And then I chuckle. Why are you laughing? I just told you I'd listen to your worries and accept you no matter what they were. I told you that I'd help you bear your burdens. But... And by that I mean everything. I'm not going to ditch you now just because you're seeing some sort of ghost. Erika? She finally looks at me with her eyes again. I'm the one who defeated the dread Hookman. Remember? A flash of my feline smile. For a moment, she looks astounded before she pulls her face again. Like she can't believe what a force she's talking to. Right. You're right. And then, for some reason, she collapses into peals of laughter, but clutches her stomach with mirth. Isn't this where I'm supposed to get up all emotional? You're right. I'm just relieved. I wish I could see her on the floor laughing. That'd be adorable. Instead, we just have her holding that veal cutlet for about 15 minutes. Tears well up in her eyes and her hair shakes up. She laughs. Reminded of how envious I've been of my ballet dancing elder sister and what I'd once asked her to do for me. When I become convinced of her love for me, I had to show her what parents I know she's got, where other people who care about her. I've got to show her I love her. I offered to do her hair for her, and well, that's a nice pan shot. She accepts without argument. First, I carefully comb out her shoulder-length hair. Then, instead of a usual ballet bun, I attempt a more princessy braid. I guess this is how you braid it together. You're making me nervous. I've never done so anyone's hair before. I've only ever watched other people do it. Your sister? I nod and Chidori smiles. I see. This is your first time. She repeats my words. Does that make you even more nervous? She shakes her head a little. Nope. It makes me real happy. You're being awfully docile. I thought you said he'd accept me no matter what. She banters back and I tell her my usual feline smile, but I guess I did. I find myself chuckling dryly at the fact I'm actually sitting here doing Chidori Takasaki's hair. What is it? I was just thinking back to when we first met. If someone back then had told me I'd be braiding your hair one day, I'd have said they're crazy. You were really rude to me back then. Right back at you. And then I was forced to have you as my Amitié partner. To be honest, when I was first told to have you to assist you, I thought it was a real pain. Who wouldn't? It's the reason why I keep people at arm's length. I'm grateful, you know. Those days together were... But the truth came out that I was the culprit behind the disappearing bunnies. I don't think I'll be able to stay at the academy any longer. You thought I'd used it against you or something? I say it's teasingly unable to get my braid to come together properly, and I pick up the comb again. Oh, this feels good. Words come out in a rapt sigh. I feel like she's yielding herself completely to me. But what you said about recitation really changed my view of you. Huh? I don't think I did anything in particular. I was brought up to believe it was every woman for herself, and the fact you could show such kindness to someone else was like a breath of fresh air to me. Only because it was someone who'd been there for me before. If it was a stranger, I wouldn't have spared him for a second thought. This confession doesn't seem to be put off. She goes on. You're a surprisingly caring person. Like when I was studying for a language exam, you wrote down all the questions that would like to come up from a notebook for me. That was in return for helping me with a violin exam. A world without any sense of duty is a dark place indeed. I scratched my head as she finished my sentence for me. Then I have another go at braiding her hair together. I have really fond memories of when we went to a lake and drifted out of a boat together. I have the urge to tease her for sentimentality and asked her if she's dying or something, but Chidori's expression is so bright and sunny, I find myself unable to say anything. I never imagined talking about my hidden past would make me feel so at peace. And I always thought that something like combing and braiding Chidori's hair would be a total outward question for us. Yet here we are, both opening up and trusting one another like it's the most natural thing in the world. For ballet recital tomorrow's success, and I think I'll be able to forgive myself. No ifs. It's going to be a success. I worked my ass off for it. For some reason, my commentators both doubled over in laughter. And once I started laughing, all my cares suddenly melt away. I imagine Chidori feels the same. Hey Erika. I have a favour to ask. Go ahead. I'm in a giving mood right now. A recital tomorrow. Oh, what about the recital tomorrow? What was it again? Techniques that utilise the arms, involve everything from the scapula down to the hands. I turn my attention to the audience, separated from me by the stage curtain, as I go over to fundamentals of a dance in my head. Judging from the voices I can hear, the attendees are already taking their seats and are waiting for the curtain to rise. It's not just the other students who've shown up today. The whole faculty, even the principal, who's never usually found around school. I'm getting really fired up. Actually, the excitement runs up my spine. I've danced before bigger audiences than this. It's silly for me to be nervous. And yet... In my distorted vision, I see my old underclassmen waiting for me there in the wings. Heads lowered, facing the ground. Ever since I acknowledged my feelings for Erika, this ghost of my past has been haunting me. Right. It's not something you can easily accept. I'd vowed to myself that if I'd excel in her place, I'd become a ballet dancer she no longer could. But from that instant on, the harder I tried to dance, the more distorted my vision became, and ultimately I found myself unable to perform. I was starting to address her. Must have been really frustrating to deal with her. And when my vision finally cleared and I could dance again, the person I was dancing for shifted from my ghost, to Erika. It makes sense you're here, but my amity partner would usually be watching from the front row. I turn my gaze away from my underclassman and look instead at her, sitting beside me in the wings. You look nervous. I tell Erika about seeing my underclassman and she looks at me worriedly. Could have easily get swallowed up in the ultramarine eyes of hers. Now watching me intently. Will you do what I asked? She looks at a picture of innocence as crimson blossoms across her cheeks, and her rosebud lips part. She mutters, "Are you for real?" No? You can dance without needing any encouragement, can't you? Turns her face away to hide her now red face, filled with an overwhelming urge to simply hug her. My best friend in all the world. I'm fine, I can dance. I'll be cheering you on from the audience. Watch my adorable amity partner go, and give my cheeks a light slap. My best friend said she'd be cheering me on. I'm not scared anymore. I adjust my costume, place my hands in front of my chest, and a mime gesture that indicates sleep. and give myself a final inner pep talk as I quietly wait for the curtain to rise. Act 2, Scene 2. The final piece of the ballet's second act finally starts to play. The scene is set. A misty morning in my castle, overgrown with a gentle melody evoking images of awakening. Beginning with the final scene of Act 2, Le Château de la Belle au Bois de Mont, Princess Aurora's awakening. The auditorium is so silent you can hear a pin drop. As the silence of a castle itself, where time itself is at a standstill. The only thing that's audible is a gentle tune, gradually building into something elegant and refined. My senses are honed, sharp as a razor. I lay prone on the stage, eyes closed, waiting for my moment. A spotlight comes on overhead, illuminating a single spot on the dark stage. Princess Desiree appears on the stage right, and we share our kiss. When I first transferred to the academy, using mime, I communicate Princess Aurora's trembling joy, having wakened up from a 100 years slumber. Prince Aurora? I'd succumb to illness, given up on dancing, and fallen into despair. A promenade usually displays the emotion she feels at a newfound freedom. This is all Erika's choreography. The classical ballet, a promenade is simply a walk. The dancer turns slowly in the attitude position, except the move is complex in its simplicity. Even in our class ballet lessons, I wasn't able to dance my own satisfaction at first, but I finally come to a pirouette. With its whirl motion, I feel a pleasant kind of tension across my skin, knowing that all eyes will be on me. While getting to know Erika and learning to love myself, my eyes have returned to normal. The understated whimsical music continues on, but dancing awakening scene doesn't contain much movement. Which means there's always a danger of the audience, who may not be used to ballet, getting bored. The joy of being able to dance upon stage once again. Knowing that I could handle it, Erika had entrusted the composition of this one quiet act to me. The fact she'd placed such trust in me makes my previous slump in a distant memory. I'm bringing the energy now and the way up to the tip of every finger, allowing each move to flow elegantly into the next. Every arm of the audience is trained upon me. Yes. This dance is for her, for a girl who truly cared about me, my Amitié partner. The solo dance celebrating the princess's quiet awakening goes on, drawing every audience member deeper into a world of sleeping beauty. The scene reaches its finale. And I conclude Princess Aurora's awakening with an arabesque. The arabesque requires unwavering stability, but dancer maintaining a steady posture while on one leg. It's this degree of stability that lends its move to its elegance. So it tends my body like I've been pinned to a single spot on the floor. The final note is swallowed up into the darkness of a stage. And the opening act is over. I exit the stage while the applause is still ongoing. As I exit the episode. Well, thanks for watching. A wonderful day. Bye-bye.